let's step into and evolve into thank you, I love you. And that can come into play when, how many times do you say sorry? I'm sorry, I'm sorry. When did we first learn to say sorry? How many times as a child were you programmed to say sorry and you didn't feel it? Tell them you're sorry. Tell them. Because the other parent is saying, your child did this to me and for whatever reason, and say sorry. And saying sorry seems to magically resolve everything. It doesn't. Right? When you're saying I'm sorry because you have to say sorry, that's only on the surface. And we only have to look at people in power that keep saying I'm sorry and apologizing, but they're not changing their behavior. They just say sorry because people like to hear I'm sorry. And even in when I was in the corporate world and in retail, and that was before I was aware of any of this, if I had angry customers that came, they wanted an apology, and I would apologize, but it wasn't anything I had done wrong. But I would apologize that they felt left. I would, say, sorry, I'm sorry you feel that we let you down, or I'm sorry that you feel if the jeweler hadn't done work up to scratch, up to par, and say, I'm sorry you feel, let down. I'm apologizing for that standard of workmanship. I'm apologizing that, but me personally, I hadn't done anything wrong. I didn't do the work. I'm not responsible for how they feel. And so I think sometimes we use that word, we overly use it, we use it too much, and without really looking at the deep connection and understanding. So I want to challenge you today to look at the words, I'm sorry, please forgive me. And then I want to challenge you to also look at the thank you, I love you. Look at gratitude and love. They are way up there in that vibration. If we can approach everything from the gratitude and love, because sometimes when you say sorry, now you've just attached some guilt to that, and that's not what we're about anymore. We're not about adding more guilt to our equation. So I want you to really sit with that. And I'd like to help you to evolve into the thank you, the gratitude, and the love, compassion, understanding. It's a different perception. It's taking what we have known, what we have come to understand up until now, and it's taking it beyond that and taking it into a newer dimension, a newer version, to start functioning and operating and living with more gratitude and love and compassion and understanding. So it's helping us to evolve a little bit further and deeper and more expansive. So instead of saying, I'm sorry, I'm late, you can do the 180. Remember the 180 that we do? We take this one and we look at it in a different, do the complete opposite. So instead of saying, sorry, I'm late, then turn that into a thank you for being patient. Thank you for waiting for me. Turn it into appreciation and acknowledge that that person was waited for you and you value that it was their time. So rather putting it on you, which is ego, I'm sorry, I'm late. Love, compassion, and understanding is they've been waiting for you patiently. They didn't flip out on you when you got there. And so thank you for being patient.